Guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, as you can see from the opening shot here, this is going to be a video about the DeWalt ToughSystem, TSTAK, and stackable systems that they have. I went pretty crazy the other night on Amazon because I couldn't take it anymore. I'm absolutely fed up with trying to find different parts and odds and ends when working on these cars. So I'm going to show you, this is what your guy's garage probably looks like. This is what one of your bins probably looks like. So you're starting a restoration or you're starting a project at home and you start needing things. So I started needing finishing washers, started needing some more stainless steel screws, more stainless steel screws. The problem all this is some come in little organizers like this that love to just bust open when you're in the middle of a project. Some come in bags like this that spill all over the place. This stuff ain't cheap. Bags of stuff like this. So this is the reason why I decided to just take the plunge and finally do this. I'm tired of having totes like this just piled full of crap, and every time you organize them, you need to go back through. Say I need to go back through now and get a clamp. Now I got to start pulling stuff around, throwing stuff around. You know, 5 times out of 10, half the time these things break open, they spill all over the place, and you have mismatched stuff. Can't find anything, you know. So that's the real reason. I also tried making a Plano tackle box, little automotive wiring kit here, and these are great, but they do this over time for some reason. I guess when they're sitting in the garage, they tend to bow like that, and then stuff starts to fall underneath. It starts to get disorganized, and what this all does is this slows down the workflow of a project, starts to make it really not enjoyable. So I'm going to show you what I picked up, and I'm going to start from the top just to clear up confusion. So primarily I went with the TSTAK sets. Now these aren't as robust or large as the ToughSystem stuff, which I'll get to down here, but they have a lot of options, and I'm going to just dive in right now. These are the drawer kits by DeWalt TSTAK. These are not made in the USA, they're made in Israel. The ToughSystem stuff looks like it's made in the USA. Everything else looks like it's from Israel. Just to give you a little heads up on that. Stall still feels very strong, just like DeWalt stuff does. Very hard polycarbonate. These TSTAK drawers are nice because they have ball bearings on the sides, so they slide just like a normal mechanic's toolbox would. And everything down here, these dividers seem like they're much more sturdy. So you get 9 dividers per drawer on each one. Comes with some labels. And then each set of drawers is 2 high, so I made a 6 stack for all my like nuts and bolts, wiring ends, like stuff like this. Like this is actually one of the better cases I got. This is by Wirefi. This is a really good kit. This is pretty good. This is one of the best ones that I've had, but still, the tops are flimsy, they fall off, and then if this stuff spills, you're spending easily a half an hour picking stuff up, getting all the dirt out of it, putting it all back together. Here's another common thing that you're probably doing. I started taking these espresso cans and putting stuff in here. These are great, but they're not very fast. And I did label everything, which was nice. So I went through and made a whole little drawer or a whole little pantry bin in here. But the problem is it's not practical. It's good to store a lot of stuff, but it's just not practical. It's round. If it falls on the ground, it rolls around. These dent. You still have to open up a can, go in and get stuff. Not very quick. I also started using these little organizers that you can find. The problem with these is if you pull them too hard, they fly out, they spill all over the place, and you got to take out every single drawer that you need, bring it to your project, and then figure out a way to balance everything, and it starts to fall off. It's just messy. Another part's bin here. These are where I keep all the random bolts, nuts, screws, all that kind of stuff. Again, good for bulk, but not very good for speed and organization. When you're actually trying to get something done, it's not the best. So these are all common problems that you're probably going to run into. Like what happens when you buy a bulk set of fuses? You know, where are you going to put them? Say you got 100 amp, 60 amp, 80 amp. Now where do you put them? They either sit in boxes like this, or you'll take them, you'll throw them in one of these bins. They could break. It's just not organized. Everything needs a place if you're going to start doing restorations or woodworking, anything. You have to be on top of it. So I was going through the TSTAK set. Now this is everything that stacks with the TSTAK is labeled TSTAK. ToughSystem stuff doesn't stack on TSTAK, and the regular, this is the cheapest of the stacking systems. This is a Pro Organizer. It's compatible with these 3 pieces, which I have here. So your main your main bin, which is this, which is what I use for all my outdoor screws and stuff, your small parts bin, and your larger parts bin. These three things will snap together, but this will not snap with TSTAK, and it will not stack with ToughSystem. So be mindful when you're outfitting your kit to what you want to actually stack. Now, these all working with one another isn't very important to me. What's the most important is that I can group things together per type of project. I can file them away when I don't need them. I can grab them when I need them. I can grab them in bulk if I need them. So let me go through this. This is the TSTAK, the main organizer that I like. And this has the removable bins, which I've been using already in the ToughSystem version of this. These are really great. They're very robust. I've stepped on these before. I've spilt a thing of screws. I've stepped on the sides. They don't crack. They bounce right back. They maintain their memory. Very strong. This also has a little insert here that can flip up. So I'll demonstrate that here. I don't have a cameraman, so bear with me. I need more counter space. Real estate is at a premium in here. So these all come out like this. They all have a receptacle there. Then you could pull out this entire insert if you wanted to and use it as a box, which is really nice. Everything comes with a label set, so you can use these. I recommend actually using a Brother label maker so you can stick stuff on, and I'll show you what that looks like. But the durability factor goes, more professional grade is the ToughSystem, which I'll get into here in a second. The secondary professional grade would be the TSTAK. And then your lightest duty of all is just your regular, I think it's just the DW stacking system. If I'm wrong, correct me. So, getting into this little DW stacking kit, I use this kit a lot for anchors. So like a lot of my woodworking stuff, wood screws, SPAC screws, Tapcons, lag bolts, etc. Really good, and I use the Brother label maker to kind of put a label on everything. And I was doing all those projects over the winter using this system, and it just made the whole process so much more enjoyable than when I get into the car stuff in the summer and I start losing crap everywhere. This is also weather sealed. I've actually put it to the test. It's sat in about 3 or 4 torrential downpours here in Florida, and nothing got wet, which means nothing will get corroded inside the kit, which is a big bonus. It's something you don't think about, but if you're outside and you're building stuff and rain wants to just kind of creep in like it does all the time here in Florida, you'll be prepared. That's a heavy kit too, and there's no flex in the handle whatsoever. Now here's the other little, this is the DW stack stuff, and I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, but this is just kind of how I stacked it up in the garage. This latches on, which is nice. So these little mini parts organizers, this is the half-size version of the full-size one here. This will achieve usefulness when it comes to making a wiring kit, making a small nut and bolt kit, making a finishing screw kit, fuse kit, all that stuff. So these are actually cheap too. This is only 13 bucks a piece at Home Depot. Get these on Home Depot. Don't get them on Amazon. Amazon will charge you double. These are 13 bucks at Home Depot, and these little guys here are $9.95 at Home Depot. So highly recommend it. They also have a little weather seal in here, which is nice. So if we flip this open, again, there's the weather sealing. So if they're caught in a, if you're up north, you get a snowstorm, you get rain, you drop it in the dirt, it's not going to get all dusty. Everything stays nice, and this is all organizable, just like the other stuff that you normally find. So really, really nice little piece of kit. Now, put that up there. Getting into the ToughSystem stuff. This is more for your commercial applications. This is the cart right here. So this little cart is really nice. It's got a telescopic handle on it, so the handle goes up and down. So if I grab this, it'll lower down like that, and it'll stay nice and compact. Or you can lift and pull up, and it's up. All metal on the handle. Seems like a lightweight aluminum. Here is the other main organizer that I used, probably more than the other one all winter. This is where I keep the majority of my commonly used items. This is the deck screws that I always use, staples, small Tapcons and large Tapcons, nails, etc. Everything's labeled with a Brother label maker. Everything's removable. If I need to just grab screws, I can take it to the project. It all goes back in the master kit. And like I said, this is part of the ToughSystem kit. Now, the ToughSystem stuff's made in the USA, so if you're diehard made in the USA guy, I try to be. This is definitely going to fit the bill. ToughSystem has a much more robust clip on the side. The plastics on ToughSystem is thicker, so all your reinforcement is thicker on the polycarbonate, which will be useful in it falling and breaking. This has this little spring-loaded action on this particular case here, and on this side as well, to clip onto the ToughSystem hooks that would normally come in here on the racking system. There's a couple videos that go over that on YouTube. I don't have that particular kit. We'll pull this one off, get down into the next toolbox. This is just a regular, just an open ToughSystem box, made in the USA, very strong, very nice. If you're familiar with DeWalt handles, they're much better than the Makita handles. Nice and made out of metal. I did notice on this, if the telescopic handle's up, this wants to fall down. So that's kind of annoying if it's clipped on there. But it also has these little upper storage bins up here, so you can flip these out. I can do it with one hand, down like that, and you can put more parts in there if you wanted to, and they also come out, which is cool. Some removable bins, and it all comes with the kit, and again, weather sealed up here at the top. So you get weather sealing. Now the bottom one is also just a big, wide open toolbox. I'll show you that. Take that one off. And here's the larger of the toolbox with the recess for the wheel down there. And then you get a little tray, weather sealing, reinforcement to sit down on. If you're a big boy and you want to sit down, you can sit down on that. You're not going to break it, which is nice. So that's ToughSystem in a nutshell. Now, get over here. I liked this a lot. This is a locking parts bin, which is really cool. It's pretty self-explanatory. Try to give you an overview here. It's locked or unlocked, which allows you to flip down so you can get your big hand. I got pretty big hands. I can get my hands in here, grab screws out of it, close it up, lock it up, carry it away. There it is there. And it's stackable. So, does it work with ToughSystem? No, it's too narrow. Does it work with the DW stacking kit? Let's see. Yes, it does. So this is also going to work with the DW kit, which is nice, but don't confuse this with TSTAK. It's not going to work with TSTAK. So this works with the lightest duty of the stacking kits, which is this system here. So they don't have that pictured, but it works with that. Now here's the TSTAK box. Really nice box. Again, medium duty. It's got an upper compartment in here for storage. You keep tape, Teflon tape, screws, putty. You can make this a nice little plumbing box. Open it up. Not as reinforced as the ToughSystem stuff, but definitely strong, sturdy. And is this, I don't know, I don't think this is weather sealed. So no gasket on that one, so be careful of that. But it's nice. It's got a nice handle. It looks good. It'll definitely, you know, it'll withstand some punishment for sure. If you're beating the shit out of this stuff, you're going to break it. But, I mean, day-to-day use, dropping it out of a truck, whatnot, it's not going to break. Again, TSTAK. So you can lock. Actually, this doesn't have a locking pin, a locking clip on here. It does stack, but no locking clip. So that's something to be mindful of. So, yeah. Just want to go over this stuff, guys. The TSTAK drawers have a little lip that you kind of pull a little clip in here, and then they open up, which is nice. So if you guys have a messy garage and a messy bin with a bunch of parts that you don't know what to do with, I would definitely recommend going with the DeWalt line of kit. They also have some good wall racks you can put on the wall to mount this stuff on, especially for ToughSystem. It just makes it much more enjoyable. I mean, you're going to spend some time organizing your parts, but I mean, at the end of the day, once you have everything labeled, you know, you got to get extra parts. Everything has a place for it. These little guys here I didn't go over yet. This has like a little, this one's already open here. This is just a little, I was going to use this for fuses. You can open up each side independently. You know, they're plasticky. They're only $5 a piece, so you know, you get what you pay for. But they're strong. You know, I can't do everything with one hand. I use my other hand here. But I was gonna put fuses and stuff in there because I got tons of like stuff like this. Like, what do you do with this? And you can leave it in here, but the second you open up these cases, these little thin plastic see-through cases, everything wants to break and spill. So it's just an accident waiting to happen. Same with wire shrink wrap too. So my goal is to go through all these boxes and just get organized so I can keep fixing stuff up like this. So anyways, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Rate, comment if you have a comment on this. If you have suggestions on this stuff, please put them down below so we can help the community. So thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later.